Harassment is generally defined as any repeated or targeted behavior intended to alarm, annoy, or cause emotional distress to a person, and that serves no legitimate purpose. This behavior can be physical, verbal, or through other means, such as electronic communications. In Massachusetts, harassment is often specifically tied to the harassment prevention orders under Chapter 258E of the Massachusetts General Laws. Under this law, harassment includes 3 or more acts aimed at a specific person that would cause a reasonable person to suffer substantial emotional distress, and that actually does distress that person. These acts may include, but are not limited to, threats, physical assault, or property damage. It's important to understand that not every unpleasant interaction qualifies as harassment. For example, casual or isolated comments, minor disagreements, or non-threatening annoyances usually don't rise to the level of harassment. The behavior must be severe or pervasive enough that it disrupts one's peace of mind or ability to function daily. So let's talk about some examples to clarify. If someone repeatedly sends you threatening emails or text messages, that could be considered harassment. On the other hand, if a colleague makes a one-time offensive joke, while inappropriate, it may not constitute harassment under the law unless it becomes part of a larger pattern of behavior. Another critical aspect is workplace harassment, which includes sexual harassment. This is when an employee experiences unwelcome advances or requests for sexual favors. Such conduct creates an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work environment. Remember, the key components are repetition and severity affecting the work environment or employment conditions. Now, it's also worth mentioning what harassment is not. Disagreements, occasional rudeness, or non-targeted complaints generally are not considered harassment. Legal definitions require a pattern of targeted behavior specifically designed to cause distress to the victim. For example, if your neighbor complains loudly during a party at your house, that is not harassment. However, if your neighbor repeatedly targets you with false accusations, police reports, or direct threats, that could be seen as harassment. In summary, harassment in Massachusetts requires a pattern of behavior that is extreme and significantly impacts your life. Understanding these distinctions can help determine the appropriate legal or personal steps you might consider taking if you find yourself in such a situation. Always consider the context, frequency, and intensity of the actions when assessing a situation.